Hello everyone, I'm Mark Hilly. Welcome to my stream tonight on Monday night. It's a hybrid racing F1 League, first of the season at uh, should be an interesting one. We've got a sprint quali tonight, so it's going to be a one-shot qualifying session followed by sprint 5-lap sprints race to decide the grid for the 50%er afterwards. It's an interesting race, always a good race. Strategy is interesting as well. There's different ones you can do. The two-stop works pretty well around here, so it's definitely an option. There's usually a safety car somewhere that puts that strategy in the bin. I've just realised we go late. Oh, who went? Somebody's ready to. Oh dear. Um, okay, well, let's say it's a one lap sprint, 1 lap quali, so I would imagine we can just get this done. Hard to know what to watch or who to watch for my first race with these guys, so I don't know who the quicker guys are. Also, being one-shot quali, they move around all over the place, so why don't we go with... Oh, see what I mean? They're all over the place. Let's go with... Oh no, he's out. I was looking for Big Willie Fitz, but he's out, so looks like he's going to be starting from the back of the grid. Garton King retired from the session. Max Hunter's out. Big Willie Fitz, Fate of Defiance, also out. We've lost someone else. Pete is out. So at the moment, Coxey's leading away from Watson. Rusty Wilder MP3, Reaper's 4th. Lee Man City Mad 97. Let's call him Lee then. Oh, hang on, we're migrating host. Are we redoing the lobby by any chance? We're restarting. Okay. My apologies, guys. What I'll do is I'll just pop you back onto the starting soon screen while we get this sorted. As there's no grid to do, hopefully it won't take too long. It's just a case of jumping back in. But be back with you in a minute. In a few minutes. Right, guys, we're back. Apologies, we've just started the one-shot qualifying lap. Somebody readied up early again. Why people can't do as they're told, I'm not quite sure. So we've lost Lee, Man City Mad, VFT Bridge. Currently got Whipple, is it? WPUL at the front. Hard to know who to watch because they normally jump all over the place. I'm trying to get to bits watch Big Willie Fitz for this. It's all looking good on his lap. Currently running a P7. Takes the chicane nicely on the power on the exit. Took that well enough. He's gained a place as it stands at the moment. In fact, gained another place as well. It's a P5. Look good through the exit there as well. So whether he gets the Fatal Defiance or not, they're going to be tight on the line. And I think it's P6 then for Big Willie. Right, okay, so Coxey then takes pole position for the sprint race. What's on P2, Pete P3, Daguna 4, Defiance 5, Big Willie Fitz in 6, Reaper 7, Smallows? Small, I'll just call him Small. 8th, Hunter 9th, Die Hard Swanee in P10, Carton King P11, Rusty Welder, Lee Man City Mad, W Paul, and VFT Bridge. So that's our order for the sprint quali. Let's hope they can be a bit more patient this time and not cause us any more restarts. Hi Shadow, no, it's not my league, mate. It's helping out. They asked a couple of weeks ago if I could stream, but you know I'm doing ARL, but no night in ARL, so I said I'd help out tonight. And I may have a couple of Mondays coming up. I could do a couple more races as well. So, and then actually next season I shall be driving myself on a Monday night for in a different league. So I won't mention the league's name, not without permission. Yeah, so we're already readying up again. I suppose the main thing is as long as they don't really ready up on the 50% race, it's actually in the application form to join this league that you don't do it. But anyway, all lights out. Foxy and Watson are going to be side by side. And Watson actually gets the better start, takes the lead up to in the lead up to turn 1. So Watson leads from Coxey, MIT Pete, and P3 Daguna's at the 4, Big Willie Fitz 5. Has gotten ahead of Fatal Defiance. Let's just go to that one, the side. They were side by side. Looks like Fitz has got that move done. Couple of drivers running slightly wide, a bit further down. And Hunter is in a couple of places. Let's go down towards the back because they're a lot closer than the front guys at the moment. That looked like a Merc running wide. Bridge and Vax Hunter really running close. Oh, was the Haas Alfa Romeo lost it? No, he kept it going, did Lee. So, well done to him. Let's go back up the order then. Obviously, you can expect everybody to be mighty close throughout this 5-lapper. So, just get some details up. Evening, Andrews. Yeah, basically, Shadow, with ARL, we had to cancel last night's race because of the Canadian Grand Prix, so we cancelled tonight's as well, because as you all remember, they run in sync together throughout the season. So we've got 2 races left, and that's it. I'm going to go down to Fatal Defiance. He's really close on the back of Fitz. Seems to have just fallen off a bit now. But we're not. When everybody's mighty close, it's almost impossible to know who to watch. Harding King is really close to the back of Small. Let's see As we head down to that right-hander again. Everybody loves to hate. I mean, everybody loves it because of the challenge of it, but they hate it at the same time because it's where most crashes would happen around here. And we have lost one. We've lost Max Hunter out of that right-hander on the exit of it, so obviously lost it on putting the power down. As the Ferrari and Red Bull stay side by side, Karting King eventually has that position. That's for P11. Racing for out the field. Remember, this determine the grid for the 50% race. It's small. Having a look at Reaper. Couldn't quite get it. Obviously, DRS will be activated this lap, so next time round there will be DRS. So if anybody's not within the second ahead, they're going to be vulnerable. And at the moment, that is only Reaper and Pete in P3. Small. Having a look at Reaper again here. Ends up running wide. And his teammate. Picking at Reaper. A sprint race. Yeah, the thing is, Shadow, I don't really have that problem, mate. Very rare I start on pole. I've only ever had 2 pole positions, I think. Mind you, I've only been league racing since we got Small was actually coming to the pit, so maybe when Reaper had some contacts at some stage, didn't see it. As we've got somebody dropping down as well. That's Die Hard. Yeah, I've only been league racing since November, so it's not the worst record in the world. Karting King then is now the man looking to try and get past Reaper. He's made his car as wide as possible throughout this race. And there again. Reaper's round. Oh, Reaper! So the battling, plenty of recover that. So drops to P12 because of the spin. Let's go down. Has really pulled out a gap already. Looks like he's going to take the pole position. Reaper picks up penalties now as well. Gunnar has gotten ahead of Pete for P3 and is closing in on Coxey. DRS open at the moment. It's just lagging. Looks like it's lagging about a bit at the moment. Yeah, I don't have the self shadow because I had the stream running on my phone on the Wi-Fi as well, so I was running a hosting it, which probably wasn't the best idea. So just switch my phone to use data instead, so it should work better. Unfortunately, I'm still in that same scenario, buddy, where we don't have fibre installed where I live. We've literally got all the stuff on site for them to install it. We're just waiting for somebody to come and do it now. And I shall upgrade straight away. It looks like the Gunner's fallen out of the back of Coxey now, so could have worded that better. Karting King, I think the positions are pretty much decided. So Watson crosses the line, wins the sprint race, and will start pole position. Coxey from P2, the Gunner 3, Pete's 4, Big Willie Fitz 5, W Paul, our biggest gainer, up 8 places off the start. Fantastic sprint race for him. We'll start P6. Karting. I think he what's going on with Karting King here? He's been moved. He seems to have actually crashed. I'm not quite sure where. I think he's going to end up down in P14. Um, okay then, I've forgotten where I got to. W Pool, Fatal Defiance in P7, Bridge in 8, Rusty Welder 9, Die Hard, Swanee in P10. So those are the top 10 guys. I guess being a sprint race, they've all got tire choice, I would guess. Yeah, the driver of the day for a sprint race was W Pool, picking up 8 places. I didn't see as well. We won't watch that because races. Right then, so as I say, what's on pole did the fastest lap there as well, 15.8. It's a decent in time, in-race lap time, to be fair. Obviously a bit different on a 5-lapper to what you're going to see in a 50%er, but still decent. I've gotten down to Die Hard Swanee, so Reaper P11, Lee P12, Small 13, Karting King 14, and Vax Hunter 15. So, just having a look, who was it? Somebody did gain 7 places, I'm trying to see. Bridge, so yeah, well done to Bridge as well. W Paul, the biggest gainer, up 8, but Bridge up 7 in the Ferrari, so both of them doing good jobs. Just in case the stewards need them, I'll just scroll through the incidents for that one. Unless there was something happening at the back on the first lap, I don't think there was any contacts that I noticed in a way. So, may have been one between Reaper and Small, because Small had's coming for a new wing. I'm not sure. So, anyway, we move on. Be a 50%er, obviously. It looks like yeah, Fatal. So Karting King must have DNF literally right in front of the finish line, I think. Hey Regan, Turner, thanks for joining. Just going into the chat a second to see. Carton, yeah, okay. Carton King's just talked in chat. He was kicked. So Andrews, you're right. He was kicked, and the AI retired him before the end of the race. It's a bit harsh. He'd done well as well. He'd moved up a little bit, hadn't he? So it's a bit harsh on him. But 50% race, if you can move up those positions in a 5-lapper, I'm sure you can do it in a 50%er. So, guys, I'll just pop you again. Obviously, they got to do the grid and that, so I'm just gonna, as always, pop you just onto the break screen. Just so, to be honest, just so I can go and get a coffee in a moment. So I need me coffee. Ghost Rider will tell you I need me coffee. He needs his coffee, otherwise he falls asleep during the break broadcast, and nobody wants to hear me snoring. So I'll be back in just a moment. Right guys, so back with you, getting close to going. I've just popped you on to the standing screen. As you can see, we're not too far into the season, so it's there aren't any constructor standings, so it's just the drivers, because they're doing a very short season in between, you know, until the new game comes out, basically. So just next Tuesday if you've pre-ordered. Exciting times. Anyway, as you see, Skody's not with us tonight. He's actually leading, but he's not with us. So what's on P2 and has pole position here. Coxie P3. That looks to me like they've done one race, but it said earlier on that it's round 3, so that's why I put that on the stream. Anyway, you can see all still very tight, all to play for. They use the same point system by the looks of it as Arc, so it's the same point system if you're familiar with that. So 40 points for the winner, 32 second, 28 third, and then it goes down all the way to 1 for last place. I'm being told that we're going to be going at 8:34. Do not ready up. Any drivers that may be listening? So then, let's get you back onto the normal game screen. I presume we got a formation lap before the race. There we go. That should be the last of my dealings with... Oh, Go to Lewis online, that's my brother. Okay. Right then, that should be the last of my dealings with Lightstream for the evening, so that's good. Lightstream's been great while I've been setting up my channel and getting things going, but it's a bit annoying if you use it on your phone. You've got to keep refreshing it all the time. And I've now found out that Twitch Studio, which is completely free, whereas Lightstream's not, is basically working in the same way now. So hey Smallers, no, we didn't see it. We just saw all we saw you were really close together, and then you sort of disappeared out of shots, and then when you come up you were running wide and your teammate overtook you, but we didn't actually see any contact. So just a couple of minutes. Don't know if anybody wants to take a prediction. It's hard. I mean, you have to know the drivers a little bit, I suppose. I'm not too sure. I only know... I think I know 5. I definitely know 4. I think I know there's a 5th that I recognised as well. So I remember from Mark that the Gooner's got good pace. So he's always going to be a threat starting from P3. What's on in that 5-lapper looks fast, so he should, I'm sure he'll be going for it as well. The first one going to win. So the pole position guy, you think, Shadow? So I think that was what's on. So will strategy come into him, and it can do. It's generally a soft to medium race or medium to soft, whichever way around you do it. But people do attempt 2 stops around here, and they can work pretty well for guys in the mid-pack sort of area sometimes. Or everybody switches to a 2-stop quite often when a safety car comes out reasonably early. Is the other possibility. We'll see. I think what you might find is that the guys at the front may be starting on softs to try and dig out a lead. Guys a bit further down starting on mediums. I can't imagine anybody has touched the hards off the line. The only people that might try hards are the guys at the very back. They might think, well, I've got nothing to lose, I may as well do a long stint. It might gain me track position in the long run. But I don't think so. I think if you're going to do that, you just use the mediums, I think. So, the countdown happens. Oh, we're going straight to race. Okay, so the 5 lights are on. And we go. So Watson looks like he gets off the line this time pretty well. Laguna looks like he's got off the line well as well. Moves into P2. It's Coxey P3, P4. A lot of changes going on further down, as you'd expect. Flicking all over the place. Nobody seems to have gone round. Nobody's been left behind, so looks like everybody's gotten through pretty well. Oh, there was a bit of contact. Yeah, on the Alpha Tauri, which then pushed him onto, I think it may have just touched the gravel, and it spun him round and he's hit someone else. So that was Pete. He's lost his wing. I'm sure he's lost his wing. Yeah, you can see even there from that distance there's no wing on that car. Did anybody else get damaged? It's a virtual safety car. Oh, Pete would love it if this safety car could stay out. If this virtual one could stay out long enough for him to get round, but I doubt very much that it will. Let's get our details up for the start of the race then. So, telemetry, position change, we've got the full track map already. So just to take a look at the position changes then, our biggest gainer is up 4 places, that is Smallhouse, from 13th to 9th. Pete's obviously the biggest loser off the start. Only 2 other drivers dropped actually. Die Hard Swanee has dropped 3 and Coxey's dropped 1. VSC is in. W. Paul has to pit. Die Hard Swanee pits and picks up 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Let's go to the leaders. Gunnar pretty close at the moment to what's on. Yeah, I agree, Shadow. I like the hards around here. I think they work, but you know what? A lot of drivers don't like to use them, do they? They really don't. But it's really worked for me in ARC last season and this season. So last season they really worked for me at Silverstone. This season they really worked for me at Imola. So I had an incident early on. So Pete did make it round to the pits and is on his way back out. He's not a million miles behind the 2 guys in front. Gunnar sticking with what's on at the moment. Reaper picks up 3 seconds. Just having a look, we've got a couple of closer guys in this, so let's just go to Coxey, Fitz and Bridge. Just 4 attempts between all of them. Oh, actually, let's go to Rusty Wilder as he makes a move on the Fatal Defiance. So this is Rusty Wilder, Smallhouse and Fatal Defiance. Smallhouse is the Merc. Yeah, it looks to me there like Fatal Defiance in the end decided, no, this isn't going to end well if I try and stay side by side. So in the end then, Rusty Wilder up to P6 and Smallhouse up to P7. Fatal Defiance drops 2 to 8 on that one. So remain racing close. So this is where the leaders have just gotten away a bit. The gap between Bridge and P5 to Rusty Wilder in 6th is 5.5 seconds already. Bridge, by the way, looking to make a move on Big Willie. So Coxey could be vulnerable here from Fitz. As he come round, Fitz will pick up the DRS. Coxey is outside of the DRS to Daguna. It's falling outside DRS as well. And we've got a VSC. Lee, Man City Mad. That's come right at the wrong time for Fitz, just as he was about to try and make a move. It's like it's the old right-hander. Gets everybody. There he is on the right-hand side there. So always there, isn't it? The VSC has turned into a full safety car as well. So, tyres. Let's look at tyres. We haven't seen those yet. So, obviously everybody had free choice because it was a sprint race. So he leaves the session. So Watson went for softs. Laguna went for softs. So it explains why they're a bit quick over Coxey at the start, because Coxey's gone with mediums. Softs will be quite a bit quicker at this point of the race. I'd say that many laps, probably around about lap 7, 8. The mediums are be on level terms with them. Bridge. Yeah, and the next couple of guys, so Rusty Wilder also started on mediums, so he's had a nice start to the race. Smallest on the softs. Then Karting King, Reaper and Vaxans are all on mediums. Diehard Swanee had to pit early, if you remember, and he switched to the hards, so that may come back to help him later in the race. It's kind of the way they helped me when in Arc earlier this season. I was well down after an incident early on and pitted for hards, and just doing a long stint meant I just gradually made my way back up, and then when I pitted back off of them, I didn't actually fall down that many places, which surprised me. So so multiple pitters then, as you'd expect. So really the top 7 guys have all stayed with the tyres that they started the race on. Watson has come in and put hards on. Now potentially could take those to the end. Probably won't be feeling great later on, but it's possible. Surprised he's chosen to do that from the lead though. So we'll see if that works out for him. Always a dodgy strategy because another safety car obviously messes it up completely. But when it works, it does look good. It does make you look a bit genius. If you see some carbon fibre flying in the air there, and it's the red... Is it the Red Bull? I'm not sure. Oh, no, I think it's the Alpine. Who's the Alpine? Oh, was it Watson? I think he's... No, it's not. Well, I'm not sure who it was then. Anybody spot it? I'm sure somebody lost an end plate there. There was definitely carbon fibre flew up in the air. Is it Karting King? No, it must have been Rusty Wilder. He's come into the pits, so it must have been Rusty Wilder. Safety car's still out, so we'll be able to catch back up in a way. But I knew I saw some, I just couldn't see who. So, safety car should come in this lap, so we'll resume on lap 7. 26 laps remaining. So yeah, that's a long way for hards to go. They can do it, I mean they will do it, don't get me wrong, they're not going to blow up on you or anything, but it's a long way to take them. It's you've got to sort of weigh up, is actually just doing the whole of the rest of the race on hards going to be quicker than going mediums and then softs later on or something like that. You've got to weigh up when you go for that strategy, and well, we'll find out. I mean, Watson's clearly got good pace as well, so it's certainly a strategy. I think if anyone can make work here, he probably can. Confirmation comes up from race control that the safety car is in this lap. So let's ride on board then with Coxey and see if we can catch Laguna out. When will he go? Will he go early? He does go very early and catches Coxey slightly. Just wonder if Coxey's been caught by Fitz. He has a little bit. He's going to be able to get side by side. No, not quite. Very close to a little touch of wheels. I don't think they actually did touch. It's very close. Let's go to... He just dropped down a bit there. Can't see any obvious damage on his car. Perhaps he just ran a bit wide on one of the corners. The Aston Martin behind looks like it might have damage. Nope. Okay. No, I thought he lost his right end plate, but still seems to be there. It's all good there. So these guys look to fight. The Gunner has absolutely flown away. He's a second and a half up the road already from Coxey, and we've lost another. And it's MIT Pete that we've lost, which has brought out a virtual safety car. I can't. There's no cars behind him, so I can't show you. But it's exactly the same place as Lee. And Lee's turned into a full safety car. Will we get away with VSC? Because yes, we will, because the car's been cleared and we're still under VSC, so we are comfortable there. Firstly, picks up 3 seconds. Just wondering, the Gunner extended his lead rather a lot then. No, his penalty is just the 3 seconds. I was wondering if he picks up a drive-through. But nope. So the Gunner with a 2.5 second lead. VSC will be ending very soon. And Bridge, I noticed he'd fallen down a bit. He clearly must have picked up damage. He's pitted under the VSC. So he puts on a fresh set of softs to try and help him gain some ground back. He's going to be starting in this VSC over 30 seconds behind the next car. Shows you how long the pit stop is here, that he's fallen that far behind under VSC. So drive-through... Oh, just to make matters worse for Bridge, he's been given a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. That's gotta hurt. So if I was him, I wouldn't be giving up though. It only takes a safety car and you're right back in the race. And the way it's going, only 13 left, you're already guaranteed good points just for finishing this race with Arc System. So DRS is enabled once again. Watch Fitz. Can he get alongside Coxey into turn 1? They are alongside, but Coxey defends it nicely. He's clearly going to come under a lot of pressure. Of course, it's showing that the Saucer done 8 laps, but a lot of that's been done under safety car pace. Is Fitz runs wide and drops then to P5. His tyres may feel a little bit rough for the next few corners as well, so he might end up dropping a bit more. Nice Ghost Rider. Yeah, it's I've only ever won 2 races, and this is one of them. I won in an Australian league here, despite being nearly a lap down at one stage, which was lovely. So, lots of changes going on through the field. That was Fatal Defiance, getting ahead of Smallos. Smallos staying right on the back of him. Not anybody that's going to be particularly vulnerable here. I think we have. Surely W. Paul will get ahead of Vax Hunter here. The DRS as well. Fatal Defiance picks up 5 seconds going into the pit lane. So W. Paul makes his way up into P7 and will start chasing down Watson, who's on the hards. As Watson gets ahead of Reaper. Takes up P5, so W. Paul now after Reaper and is already within a second of him. Bridge picks up 3 seconds. We got moment, really, the best battle going on is going to be, as they catch the back of Reaper, it's going to be Reaper, W. Paul and Hunter, and it won't take long for Smallhouse to join this as well. So far, incidents have occurred because people have dropped it out of that horrendous right-hand turn. I forget what it's called. I do know the name of it. I think it starts with N, but that's the only things that's brought out safety cars so far. Other than that, the actual on-track racing we've had has been pretty good. Reaper dives into the pits then. He's had enough of the mediums. So when he comes, it's looking a little bit Knowles. We saw there that oh, Carton King is out. Oh, he's right next in the middle of the track. That's a full safety car. Every day of the week that would be a small full safety car. Well, Reaper just pitted. He's complaining to his hands a little bit. Potentially. He's put fresh mediums on, so we know he's going to have to pit again. This isn't to the end. No, he's got 5-second penalties because you'd think they will come in and get rid of them. So, Diehard Swanee then has a 5-second, and Fatal Defiance has a 5-second, so potential here to get rid of those. This safety car, you've got to say, if anybody can go mediums to the end. Looks like he's gone. I actually think we'd be better off because mediums, but we'll have to pit again later on, hoping for another safety car. So the other option would be to nip in, stick a hards on or something, slap and put the mediums back on, so he's at least used 2 compounds. Pit stops happening all over. Mercedes double stack, and we'll lose time for that. It's not going to drop any more places though. Should get out the pit lane way in front of Reaper, and we'll see if Reaper pits or not. So no, he wants to stay out, but Smaller, he's not going to gain any places from this. It might be close. He might gain 1, close. So he does gain 1 and moves up to P9. It's, as far as the safety car goes, it's going to... Well, it's obviously we're out this. I think we're definitely going to be out another lap after this, and then hopefully Bridge should be able to catch up. But those that have pitted to new mediums or new hards, like W. Paul has, should be going to the end from here. Oh, it goes right. The mediums will go over 20 laps here, without a doubt. I remember watching Enhanced win around here. Pitted early for mediums, came off a softs quite early under safety car, and then just drove the mediums to the end with ease and still kept up the pace as well. Mind you, he's a quick lad, so I suppose that's the extra thing that the fast lads have got in their locker. Because they are faster, they can kind of wear their tyres a little bit more and still be the same pace as the rest of us mortals. So, let's say we'll go through another lap now. Bridge is just down, as you can see, he's just come through, or coming up to the chicane. So he should catch this lap quite comfortably. So I think we'll be going again lap 14, which means 29 laps, 19 laps remaining. Fair so far. And also, I'm not sure what happened to Carton King, whether he had contact or whether he just lost it himself. I don't know. But, you shall see. what is it? I don't know. Can we actually look to see who's used what tyres? You can do it in Race Director, can't you? So if we go into Race Director, we can see Rusty Wilder needs to use a different compound, and he's currently in P2. So does Reaper, and that's it, because the bottom 3 are out. So everybody else has used 2 compounds, but those 2 and Vax Hunter still have to pit. So that could be important at the end. You would think the likes of Coxey, who's put softs on, Small Los, Fatal Defiance, surely they've got to pit again. I wouldn't fancy taking softs 20 laps around here. There's the confirmation that safety car is in this lap, so let's go then. You would think Hunter's going to be a bit vulnerable on the 12 lap old mediums. You would think, well, Swanee probably will have to pit again. As we know, most tracks, the hards would do a full race without even needing to pit, so potentially could still go to the end. We shall have to see. Oh, he tried to match him there, did Rusty, and just had a little moment. I think let's go to the Ferrari, because it looks like they've got a run on Swanee. Not enough to make a move. It doesn't look like anybody was close enough to be making a move into turn 1. So Swallows picks up 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. That is an extremely weird penalty. Oh, W Pool just dropped down multiple places. No, it wasn't. Sorry, my apologies. It was Swanee. Swanee finding it difficult on those worn hards now. Well, they're not worn, but actually more worn than they would be if they were fresh. It's just the nature of hards. They can, on a restart and stuff like that, it can be so hard to keep their temperatures up. Hard tyres. They're doing all the swerving about, so they can just take a 2 or 3 laps sometimes, just to really feel normal again. He's got his teammate on his back, but there's no Constructors' Championship, so I can't imagine there'll be any team orders, because you're not fighting for that this season, in this small, short season. So let's go to Cozy. He's taking a look at Daguna, and he gets the move by the looks of things. He does indeed. So nicely done there by Coxey, using the extra grip from those softs. That's what he's going to need to do. He want to make as short work as possible as the guys ahead. So Rusty directly ahead on 8 lap old mediums. Fox Hunter 14 lap old mediums. This face of the fight. Oh, there was some carbon fibre again there. Is that the Haas, I think? No. His wing seems to be intact. Who's struggling to make corners? Well, there was definitely... Is it Ferrari? Because they're going wide here. Oh, he gets a little whack there, does Gunnar. I'm pretty sure the way he's dropping down, it must be... Yeah, he's lost an end plate. He's lost the right end plate on the Ferrari. So, into the pits, Daguna will come. Already was on fresh mediums. So, most likely have to do the same. Someone else goes ahead of him, but Daguna will peel off into the pits. DRS enabled. What's going on here? So Watson's gotten ahead of Coxey into P3. So Watson came in and got rid of the hards they put on earlier on. Has got on mediums, and Rusty is round. Just about saw him. Oh, Rusty, you're having a good race, buddy, as well. Never mind, pick yourself back up, go again. So, see, probably a little annoyed about losing a position to Watson, considering he's on the fresh softs. We've got a yellow flag. And we've lost Swanee, and that's going to be another safety car. is in the middle of the track again, I think. So, yeah. Just careful. Probably disappear before you get there, Daguna, actually, if you're listening. But if he hasn't, just be a bit careful. He's on the left-hand side of the track. His session, he's just around here, Daguna, so just be a bit careful. There he is. Oh, he's ghosting anyway, you've been fine. So, pit stops happen again. Fox Hunter in. That was an obvious one. He was on more mediums. Now the potential comes that you can go softs to the end. Again, it's a little bit far for softs, so they will feel a bit yucky towards the end. But they could definitely make it. Rusty into the pits as well. So Daguna obviously would be happy to see this safety car after picking up that damage. Just wonder, so Daguna stayed out. Now they will all catch the safety car this lap, I think. So what's happened to Reaper? He's DNF'd at the end of the pit lane. On a postcard on that. Have you been just says DNF, not disqualification. What happened to Reaper? So where's the safety car? I think it's gonna go round again. I think Rusty Welder will probably catch it before it crosses the line. Or maybe not, actually. It's already coming through the final corner, so probably not. So, a third safety car of the race. VSCs as well. Well, that's what it looked like, isn't it, Andrews? Would that be very unlike him? And what's going on at home? The kids play. He won't have rage quit. It would be something like that, because Reaper wouldn't rage quit. So, it would be something more along the lines of the kids are. Got to go and sort them out. Possibly not. So then, we do it all over again, just a 10 left. If it's normal points system, they'd all be in the points now, guaranteed, as long as they finish, but that's the case in a way for everyone. Just point systems, so it'll be lap 19 that we get going again, which means 14. I'm looking down the grid thinking everybody at the end now. Don't think there needs to be any more pit stops. The only possible one would be off the softs, but as some of the laps have been under safety car, I think you could probably push those to the end, to be fair. Just maybe a little bit slow towards the end of the stint. But W Paul sticking with the hards and coming in. Joe's track position. Hey Aaron, thanks. I certainly am, mate. Definitely racing. I don't know what track it is, mate. Do you? Again. Seconds. See. completely away from W Pool. Boom. How far W Pool was behind Coxey, I thought he must be under pressure, but he's not. Yeah, looking forward to it, Aaron. As always, I enjoy the Tuesday nights. So then, should be a reasonably good battle here for the lead. What's on? You'd think for Coxey to have a chance here, you'd think he'd head quite, at least on the first DRS opportunity when that activates again. But it's going to be one of those, isn't it? Coxey's got the advantage, but Watson will have the advantage later as the laps count down because of the tyres. So, but to be fair to them, they both looked pretty. So, DRS will activate. Of course, they won't get it straight. When they get that, it's going to be a little while. I think let's just move down a little bit to Fitz, Bridge, and even Daguna and Fatal Defiance. In fact, yeah, pretty much the rest of the field. All fighting here, all for P5. Just falling off of it. Sorry, Fitz is just falling off of W by a second and a half. Ah, right. Yes, you're right. It is Brazil, isn't it? I forgot. Well, that's alright. I've done a lot of Brazil, so that comes in handy. You don't have to. See? Oh no! Coxey! Where is he? Left hand side there. So that's out of the chicane. That's actually a little bit odd, that one. And the car's surely far enough off track. We don't need a safety car at the moment. In fact. Oh, but what a shame for Coxey. He was challenging for the lead. Bridge, can he? Not quite get alongside Fitz, who's moved into a podium position. And Fitz is dropping down. He spun it out of the second chicane. Those tyres would be horrible. He's take half a lap before they start feeling themselves again. The Gooner then is now on the back of Vox Hunter, so let's go to him. Vox Hunter is actually on the back of Bridge as well. They'll both have DR, as will Fatal Defiance behind them. Still mighty close racing. Just what the pole time will be tomorrow night then, Aaron, in Brazil. I'm going to predict 8, I reckon. It won't be me, by the way. Probably 107 something, but Bridge and the Gooner, the two Ferrari, swapping places, but the Gooner comes off better. Sector 1, I think it was for the Ferraris, I'm not sure, but it's already disappeared. Everybody's still going. So, continue on we shall. I think now, he's on the back of Fatal Defiance. So, having lost Coxey, what's on now? It's just pulling out at the front. Ready. W Paul in, and he's got 3.5 seconds over Vox Hunter. Vox Hunter is on softs. They're pretty fresh. It up a bit, although he's got Daguna all over the back of him, so I think we're going to be moving again, guys. Daguna then, who's going to Fox Hunter here. Opens it up there. Is he close enough? Hunter's out of energy as well. It's not a great track for gaining energy back, is it, Imola? So it's gone really. We've done there, just about closing the gap up, and he'd be a bit closer. So this now pretty bridge is on the back of them as well, so close, but actually everybody else is dipped DRS, so Gunnar wide with Hunter. Gunnar looks like he gets a better exit out of the chicane there as well. Just going to help him tighten this gap up a little bit more. Fox doesn't have any energy, very little of it in a way. Open zone, the gap looks a bit big though. Maybe Hunter's before the DRS line has kept him ahead here, and indeed it has. Gunner's going to need to bear that in mind for next time around. Is he going to use the energy in the same place again? There's penalties now all down the field from 3rd to 9th. Just the top two staying penalty free as it stands. Fox Hunter is, by the way, catching the back of W. Paul at the same time as defending from Daguna. That is happening. So I think it's just a matter of time before Daguna's medium tyres become too strong for Hunter's softs, but just depends when that is really. If we can't get the move done really enough, I'd generally say it's around about 8 laps on the softs. The medium should come a little bit better. 9 maybe for this set because Daguna's done an extra lap, but shouldn't really be any longer than that. And again, the gap looks pretty substantial. Second Ferrari looks closer to Bridge than Daguna is to... Sorry, the second Ferrari of Bridge looks closer to Daguna than Daguna was to Hunter, so Hunter doing a good job so far. Just looking down, some gaps are starting to tighten up a little bit now. Smallest has gotten onto the back of Fatal Defiance. In fact, let's go to them. Oh, Fatal Defiance looks like he's ghosting. I didn't notice it come up saying that he'd lost. He was last seen 37 minutes ago. I don't think so. No, I can't invite him to a game. That's not so good. Okay, looks like we lost Fatal Defiance for the moment in a way. Hopefully he'll come back to us. Rusty Wilder then makes his way past his ghosted teammate, and Fitz at some point will catch up to that as the battle continues then. So once again through the final corner, this gap looks smaller to me. It's just going forward with Daguna. So picking up the slipstream as well as DRS is going to get it done this time. Going to the braking zone. Well, Hunter hangs it around the outside. And Daguna is round into the barrier and out of the race. Now again, surely getting that is far enough off track. We don't need a safety car for that. That would be one for the stewards if you ask me. I'm not going to make any aspersions on that because it looked to me like room, but I'm not. I can't be sure. It's hard enough when you're a steward judging things when you can slow stuff down to it in real time. So now Bridge then on the back gets a better exit than Hunter and is straight past. They end up side by side into the chicane. Again, no, Bridge gets the better exit. Might be better off just hanging back here, Bridge, and picking up DRS. So the activation sort of thing is just here. So Hunter's going to get the DRS off a Bridge. So Hunter is going to get back through. That's what I meant by maybe Bridge should have held back. But Hunter gets that one done and moves back into P3, but Bridge will be straight back after him again. So Bridge's medium's a lot more worn than Daguna's were, as Fitz moves into P7 then, catches the ghosted Fatal Defiance and moves up. So Small Loss picks up a penalty. How many laps we got? 6 laps remaining. Front 2 looking very comfortable at the moment. I'm not particularly sure that we're really going to reach a point where W pulls hards become mediums. Some put those mediums all time really to take them to the end. So, but his hards look comfortably strong enough to fight off any sort of late charge from these guys. So Bridge this time then will get the DRS. And it's easily close enough. We can go on board. It's going to be an easy one, isn't it? Away by. So through goes Bridge as we completely lose them. That's better. And into P3 then. Ferrari goes. Now I think Bridge will probably be able to get away a little bit. Said though, his medium's a lot more worn than Daguna's were when Daguna was trying to go. I'm entirely sure. Fatal Defiance has gotten back ahead of Fitz, so is Fatal Defiance back with us then? Yes, he is, indeed. His car's not ghosting anymore, so it's a genuine battle now. Just having a little think ahead to driver of the day. Few options, notably the race winner and P2. I think they're both of real shouts. It looks like Hunter's close again here. Yeah, he is. He's going to get this done again. I'm going to swap back. They're going to end up side by side. That's good. They're wrong. But then, Bridge, very accommodating to be fair to him there. Perhaps saw what happened when Hunter and Daguna went side by side through there, and decided maybe not the best option. He doesn't want to fall out of 1 second though. He's down to 1.1 already. Yeah. I mean, this could be Bridge starting to struggle on those mediums. 17 laps old. Some laps were done under safety car, so surely wouldn't be struggling yet. Fatal Defiance and Fitz have caught up onto the back of Rusty Welder, so I think let's go to those while that gap is a little bit bigger now. So a bit of fighting going on. So this is Fatal Defiance. Obviously, Rusty Welder got past Fatal when he was ghosted. He's now caught back up to his teammate. Let's see if we can give us a little bit of action towards the end. So Fatal Defiance picks up the DRS. Oh, they're going to go side by side into turn 1, the Aston Martins. No, Rusty thinks better of that and allows Fatal Defiance on his way. So, yeah, just thinking ahead to driver of the day. I think in my mind, I think I know who I'm going to give it to, and just checking position changes. I mean, Hunter's done a great job, look, up 12 places, but I'm thinking driver of the day, so I'm trying to take everything into account, and that we've seen today, and I think, for me, obviously Watson has been sort of consistently the fastest driver on the track, there's no doubt about that. But it's hard. Well, I'm touring then, guys. I know there's a few of you still watching, so I don't know if you guys have an idea. But I'm torn between Watson and W. Paul. I think I'm inclined to give it to W. Paul myself. I don't know if any of you guys want to shout and say no, it should be Watson. Hunter picked up another 3 seconds. Is that going to hurt? Would do. Let's have a look at the penalties. As soon as we are just a couple of laps away now. So, at the moment, yeah, that's going to hurt Hunter. Look, they were both on 3 seconds. He's now got 6. But Smallhouse has got a massive 11 seconds. That's going to drop him to the back. Well, the back being 8th place, mind, so it's not the end of the world. 3 seconds for Rusty Welder. Sorry. We'll see him jump up to 5th. Oh, and as I say that, he picks up another 3 seconds, but it still see him jump up to 5th as long as he don't pick up another 3. So, should see Fatal Defiance up to 6th as well. He's also on 6 seconds. These 3 at the back, though, that are all battling, are now all on 6-second penalties. Thanks to that 3 seconds from Rusty Welder, so it's a genuine fight for position as the leaders have gone on to the final lap. In the end, for Watson and W. Paul, it's ended up being a bit of a boring race in the end, I suppose, for them. As Fatal's going to do it, look, he's going to nick a place off his teammate on the last lap. How mean is that? It's incredibly mean of Fatal Defiance, but and he's left his teammate vulnerable. He's going to come under attack from Big Willie Fitz, but Big Willie's picked up another 3 seconds and goes to 9, so that won't make any difference in the long run. But Big Willie does get the move done by the looks of it, who's on track into P7. We're going to go to our race leader then, who we've barely seen, in all honesty. I apologise for that, Watson, but you tend to go where the battles are. So it's been a dominant performance from start to finish from Watson, really, through the sprint race, single lap quality, the sprint race, and now the race win. So well done to Watson, well done to W. Paul, who I'm going to give my driver, as commentator, I'm going to give my driver today to W. Paul. I think he's done a fantastic job from the start. After a tough time in the one shot, he picked up a lot of positions in the sprint quali and has done so again in the race, so well done to him. Fox Hunter's had a terrific race and finishes P3. Bridge will finish P4. So Bridge must have picked up another penalty then, unless there was a timing glitch at the end there. So the game gives driver a day to Fox Hunter. It's understandable, of course, he's picked up the most places, so he obviously has done a great job, but let's say my driver today is W. Paul, which, if anything, seems a little bit unfair on Watson, but it's kind of what happens if you end up just sort of dominating. You don't get the driver of the days because nobody watches you because you're too far ahead. There we have it. Celebrate on the podium. Well done, lads. So, as I said, Watson wins the race from W. Paul in P2. Watson also picks up the fastest lap of the race with a 1:17 flat. Full second ahead of anybody else, pretty old apart from Daguna, who did a 17.6. Fox Hunter P3 then fills out the podium. Bridge in P4. Fatal Defiance P5. Small Loss in P6. Big Willie Fitz P7. The last of our finishers then was Rusty Welder, who for some reason is shown as a lap down. So I think we have had a timing glitch then, because Rusty Welder was definitely not a lap down, and I believe he should have picked up 7th because of the penalties, and I think Bridge should have picked up P3 as well, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it was Hunter and it should have picked it up, and he has. Okay then, so congratulations to the top 3, and a double congratulations to W. Paul who picks up driver of the day. It's been a pleasure being allowed to come and commentate as a one-off. Thanks, W. Paul. No worries, mate. You're absolutely outstanding. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. It's my eyes ain't the best, so it's hard for me to tell on screen. I've only just realised it's an I, not an L at the end, isn't it? But there we go. Anyway, yeah. Cheers, buddy. It's been a pleasure to come and commentate. As I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not available next Monday, but then I may have a couple of Mondays available coming up after that, so maybe I'll just come and do it again. So probably if I can stick in the Discord and just let you know, guys, know when I'm available. But I will then be driving once the new game's out. I'll be driving on Monday nights then. But I do what I can while I can, in a way. As always, guys, always say this, I know, but it's a massive thank you to all of you that have tuned in live. We did get pretty high up on the viewers at one point, which was really nice to see. Massive thank you to everybody that watches it back. It's just important as well. It's really appreciate all of it. So obviously, if you liked what you've seen or heard, then by all means, just follow me on Twitch. I generally commentate 6 times a week, so including on a Sunday doing about 40 minutes of kids races, which is good fun. So please do join me on Twitch. You'll see some of the art stuff will be going live on my Twitch as well, as I'll be hosting it, so you'll have access to quite a bit. So yeah, thanks very much, everyone. Have a nice rest of your evening, and good night, and see you next time.